right, welcome back once again to our Kellogg's 1v1 finals. We got 15K total today, 10 grand to the winner, and we've already seen game one. That was Gold Star and Saiyan. Gold Star took it. He stays in winner's side. Saiyan going to drop down to losers. Tony, it's time for our next matchup. It's going to be Stellur and Envore. And in similar fashion to last series, we got some intro videos. Let's show Stellur first.
Done buying time. He's done wasting time. He's already lost the lead by 2 kills since he's been there, and he's just going to opt to push guard. Takes down Throne right there, but still a 2-kill lead right now because all that wasted time in a sense.
We're on board with Stellur right now towards top card. Puts a couple of shots on Boomer, but that's not the play he wants to challenge. He wants to get the easy kill on Trish right there, and now Ego just... And here we go, Stellur gonna challenge Bound right there, hitting the hot 5, beautiful 5 coming out of Stellur, currently in second place with 8 kills, 3 behind Envore in first, and there we go, he put 2 now, bringing back within striking distance, 2 kills coming out of Stellur.
A nice little finish there. Stellur, where's he been all game? He's just got himself 13. Jumped up from 11 with that nice double kill. Only down by 4. Plenty of time for Stellur to come back. We know he's more than capable of that performance. It's a nice back whack onto the first place player in Renegade.
Doing everything they can to steal these kills and make plays. Stellur, that's one hell of a play. Talk about making plays. Look at that reversal.
Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Stellur right there. Just absolute perfect shots to outshoot somebody. Beautiful job by him. And that's why he's in the lead right now. He is a dominant, true free-for-all player. We've seen him take over these games so far today. Turns around. Don't do it to him, Stellur.
Stellur, easily one of the best players in Halo 5 right now, and the man's been putting in work. I heard he's looking nasty in 1v1s. I can't wait to see this, Tony, but we've got a competitor. Let's introduce Envore as well.
Go to switch on board here with Lily, aka Envore, who's in 3rd place at 17 kills. Gets a big one on Smokey Dick. That's one of the competitors who were contesting for top 3. That scoreboard must look crazy. He gets another kill on Serial, and now he's only 2 kills behind Avenue. I wish I took a screenshot of the first game because I don't know what's going to happen here, Alex.
Yeah, I have no idea how this one's going to land, but it's going to be exciting to watch, that's for sure. Envore going to get right into the fray here as well. Big fight with Gold Star. He's going for it all. He has to figure out how to shut this man down slow. And look at this. Even the moment we jump onto his POV, he's just slap shotting somebody in the side of the head. He'll look for another, another 5 on the Sab.
Yes.
If they don't, if Renegade can't shut spawn screen, back on board with Envore. I can't get enough of this man's POV. Another kill, that's 29 for him. Renegade going to take a challenge. Oh, Boo Boo Doobu gets the kill instead. Envore's
2nd place in game 1. If he finishes in 1st place, there'll be no dispute. He will be making it into your finals.
It's just the extension of your hand. You are Master Chief. Sometimes that's what it takes. And Envore looking like Master Chief right here. Beautiful shots. He'll drop down to car 1. Laser focus. Got to keep the heart rate in check as well. When you're in the lead in a high stakes scenario like this, you need to keep that heart rate at bay. Can stay focused, but Envore right now going to slow it down. Right up in front of Trippy. Oh, okay. He's still doing it, Tony. A couple weeks ago, Envore put on a show in those FFAs. He dominated everyone, Tony. And I heard he's been practicing for 1v1s. I heard he's a force. He's kind of one of our wild cards today. So let's do some pre-match predictions once again. So far, you're 1-0 on me, Tony. You're leading. You got it right with Gold Star. Who are you thinking this time?
Well, I talked to Envore literally the day after he won that free-for-all. I said, hey, how comfortable are you in free-for-all? He said, I'm a free-for-all legend. And I said, okay, how are you in ones? He said, I'm very comfortable in ones. He loves to play ones. So because of that intel that I got, I'm going to go Envore.
Okay, Tony, that's fair. I'm going to challenge you. We're going to challenge each other every time. So whatever you pick, I'm just going to pick the other side. And I'm glad because I think I got the right side this time. We got Stellur. I'm on board for this. I think Stellur is not only is he a top player, he's been putting in work. I've been watching this guy play ones. I've seen it from the POV of other top players or his. He's looking disgusting. So I can't wait to see how these players go up against each other. I expect this one to be close. And we're going to work with the same format, same layout, right? So best of 3, Plaza to start. We got a lot to play with on Plaza, Tony.
Yeah, as you like to say, they have all the goodies, all the resources available to them. You have that sniper rifle. you have the overshield. I always talk about that light rifle. I'm a big fan of the light rifle and the plasma pistol over in yard to maybe neutralize that overshield if you're unlucky not to get it. So a lot of resources to use. Let's see who uses them better.
All starts with the opening strat, so we'll see who plays for OS or if they play for a counter. It looks like Stellur's going right out front. And you know what? Envore, he took it slow as well. So Envore with the opening shots. Because of it, Stellur gets melted. You could see Stellur was trying to predict an aggressive challenge with that nade. But because Envore took his time, he's benefited.
On board here with Envore with the overshield and the sniper rifle, but he catches a sticky grenade, and Stellur gonna win that gunfight. Big plays. You know what? Maybe you did pick the right winner, Alex. That was incredible by Stellur.
The best way you can counter that OS is to get that stick in, and I mean, Stellur's looking mean, Tony. He hits a beautiful no-scope, hunting down Envore right now, who does not have a chance to survive. What a nade out of Stellur, managing to catch the man around the podium.
Wonderful blaze by the young man. Stellur still has a bright future ahead of him, only 23 years old. Sniper rifle in hands. Envore going top mid, catching a little bit different angle. Actually, he's going to go S4. Stellur is well aware of it, but looks away at the wrong time.
Very curious to see the play styles of these players versus Saiyan and Gold Star. Some players are going to be undeniably more aggressive, faster on the map. Envore was up on S4, but look at that. He's backed up quite a bit. And Stellur right now not giving up positioning. Envore going all the way over to yard here, so I'd actually like to see Stellur get a little more, you know, adventurous with these angles here. He's starting to poke his way out through bottom map. Even low ground can be advantageous as long as you have that snipe, as long as you've got that angle first.
And Stellur stutter stepping all the way towards top blue. Envore stutter stepping as well. They're going to stutter right into each other, but Stellur gets the easy shot to the body, cleans him up with the headshot, and that's going to be a 3-1 lead in favor of Stellur.
Do we get a spawn kill, though? Either hotel or lift. He hit it! Stellur connects with the body. He's going to rotate over to light rifle side. Knows he can't immediately get that re-challenge. And man, he is snapping with that reticle. Landing some quick shots here. He's got to connect with one more bullet here if he wants to kill, though. He'll save it. Make sure he hits it. He gets this. He wins the OS, but he missed. And Envore, you got to love that timing. Envore managing to make Stellur miss a shot. He's going to dive in with the kill, and that's how you play your advantage. That was beautiful at Envore.
It was, but also good job by Stellur to sneak in a melee before taking out. He was clearly one shot. Envore could have played his advantages and maybe got the headshot without taking any damage, but instead he got close, finished with the melee, and now his overshield's gone largely because of it. Utilizing that LR towards top glass, knows where Stellur is, but playing patient is Envore.
Either way, I mean, it was the best he could have hoped for to just ensure that Stellur wastes out that snipe ammo so that he could take that OS immediately after. Right now, though, he's going to try to work with this LR, trying to listen to Stellur, and he's caught him. Caught him in his sights, got him down to one bullet, cleans him up. And this is where the LR is so powerful. You got the snipe now spawned up once again, so Envore could really press the advantage here. And likely the spawn, we'll see it over a yard or cafe. It's cafe, and Envore wasn't ready. And that's the brutal reality, is you got to be thinking about that spawn as you pick up that snipe. Stellur got the best case spawn right there and melted him instantly.
Stellur able to get the sniper rifle, elects not to get the LR, but doesn't need it as he plants the quickscope on Envore's head. 2-kill lead in favor of young Stellur.
Stellur not having any of this. Not going to give Envore any advantages whatsoever. Holding it down. You can see Envore does try to rotate over to yard here. Going to go up to yellow. Stellur so aware of the potential angles that Envore could challenge here. You could just see the brain working on this man as he continues to cycle that reticle. Just sweeping, looking for targets, but he connected! Envore, my god, dude, the plays we're already seeing to counter each other. Envore, with the prediction nade, it's just, like, I don't think he expected Stellur to be in exactly that spot. He just threw it just in case. And man, was it perfect. Oh, I mean, it's money now. He's just adding points.
Stellur snipes coming, not from Stellur, but from Envore right there to put that player down. Well aware the overshield's coming up and is going to take full advantage of it. I want to see him use this to get at least 2, maybe 3-kill lead at this point. Use that overshield and sniper rifle combination.
I mean, even though he has OS, he still wants to make sure he forces the spawn down to bottom map here, so he's got a good position. You can see Stellur down under the lift. Envore, not exactly sure where he spawned him, though, so he's checking cafe just in case, but Stellur is over on lift right now. Envore still with 5 shots to work with in that snipe. He can move around quickly here, try to get a little aggressive. He's taking quite a while to make sure he's checked Cafe, though, and Stellur making a big rotation over to Yard in the meantime. Or to Glass, at least. We'll see. They're about to meet up in just a second. And we'll see if Stellur can make his way out of this. It's a rough spot to get caught. Can he hear him, though? He's got to hear him. Oh, my. Envore,
and there we go. Envore knows where he's at. Gonna climb over here to Yard BR. Whiffs the no-scope, but instead gonna whip out the pistol, challenge him, puts a one shot, and finally gets the headshot. 7-5. I like that.
Yeah, Envore does take it. And you'd expect with these advantages that he would get the kills here, but Stellur still getting put down off a spawn. 2 more shots Envore has to work with here. He's got a spree as well. We'll likely see a spawn in the same spot here. He's just trying to predict new angles of approach, take his time, and play the advantage here, but Envore looking good so far.
And this is what I've been talking about. When you get those kills and you have that spawn awareness to put that player down, you literally make them pay for dying. It is your punishment. 6 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock, so that means Overshield should be coming up soon. Sniper going to be before it, and Envore, well aware of it, gets over towards Snipe's side and hopping right over to S4. He's not going to blow up that barrel, because then Stellur's going to know exactly where he's at.
Right, but at the same time, he's got to be careful, right? If he's too close to that barrel, like Stellur's sitting right underneath it. He's creep walking over to Snipe as well. I think he thrusted when he grabbed. I'm not actually sure if he, if they're aware of the fact that he's under. He's got to know because he picked up Snipe, but Envore picking up OS. And that's a beautiful counter. Even if he lands the snipes, there's nothing Stellur can do to delete the entirety of that OS. That's a great way to play that, right? He knew where Stellur was when Stellur picked up that sniper, so he rotated over, made sure he took advantage of that OS instead, and now he's got the extra ammo and the extra advantage to work with.
And notice that he actually elects to waste most of that ammo. He says, hey, just in case he dies, he's not giving Stellur any chance to grab that sniper and have, what, 6-7 shots. He's going to grab it instead and have, there we go. He's only going to have 2 shots in that sniper rifle. Very smart play by Envore.
I mean, I can understand wasting ammo in some situations. I think he maybe didn't need to waste it as early as he did. He could have continued to kind of play it slow and really work the advantages, but either way, Stellur left with only 2 bullets here, and Stellur's got to listen to that clamber coming up to S4. Envore going to go right back down. It's going to be a bit of, oh, it looks like they aren't going to challenge. We got a rotation from Envore to get out of there. So it's always interesting to see whether or not these players decide to go for these difficult fights, the scrappy fights. But Envore knows he's got an advantage. He's going to play it safe instead. And very scary to jump out top yellow when Stellur's looking at it.
And Stellur going to let him make his way over towards top mid, really trying to hunt Envore down, just barely missing that no-scope, no more snipe ammo left. It's pistols only for the time being. Envore gets the first few shots, Stellur's 1 shot, and going to have to back down over towards Yard and reset.
See Stellur, he's coming out with the challenge, though. He wasn't ready, caught in sprint there, so Envore taking first shot. Stellur going to rightfully back down, reset the situation, rotate over to light rifle. He gets first shot once again, though. Both players, I think, no shields here. Envore losing high ground, though, dropping down below. Stellur, I'd like to see him grab that LR. You could see he left it alone instead. He's trusting his Magnum. And, I mean, it's Stellur, so I trust the man. I trust he can hit these shots, but looks like he wants that OS, and he'll get it for free here. Envore, good luck. He's going to try to hightail it out here. This is one of the most... Oh, you know what? Envore doesn't even play it. I gotta say, if you can circle bottom mid, you can really milk. But Envore, he just wanted out, and he died right quick.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Envore did have an exact timing on that overshield, to my knowledge, but he didn't play it, his positioning well enough. Envore does make his way over towards S4. 2-kill lead in favor of Stellur, right? I'm sorry, excuse me, in favor of Envore, but Stellur does have overshield and momentum, gets right behind enemy lines, and ends up taking Envore. Envore showing off the sneaky jumps, but Stellur was well aware of it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in 2021, it's very difficult to be sneaky with those types of jumps on Plaza because these players are so hyper aware of them. You can grab the signs, you can use the signs to traverse all the way around Nest and S4 and make a big circle with it. And some wild stuff can happen as a result, but if Stellur sniffs you out, then good luck to you. Right now, Stellur's got a full snipe to work with here. Just sitting up in the window, going to try to get some info on Envore. Envore right now rotating over to Nest side, still sitting over in the staircase, just playing it slow.
8 shots in this sniper rifle, so just enough to, if he really wanted to, could possibly end the game right here. Goes half shields, elects to drop down into yard, gonna go out flower door here, nobody home. Envore's over towards LR side of things. I think he just saw him by the nick of his like toe right there, maybe his like heel, and now he has an idea of where Envore is.
Yep, he's going to be checking LR door and top yellow as well. Maybe even driveway, just all the potential areas this player could come out. But Envore, because he has that 1 kill advantage, he doesn't really have a need to move, to challenge, right? And Stellur's, I think, starting to realize that. At some point, Stellur's going to have to really chase the man, because time is starting to become a factor here. You can see 1 minute 40 on the clock. Stellur just still playing it patiently. Well, he knows he has time and resources. Oh, he's caught him. Envore now tagged up, 1 shot. He's got to get out here. He climbs up to window. Great play to live out of Envore, but what did he sacrifice? He sacrificed the OS, and that's so great out of Stellur to just continue to hold down top map and stay nearby with that OS, knowing that eventually he'd grab it, eventually he'd have the advantage.
Yeah, to have the awareness, to not chase over into blue right there, to grab the overshield first. Perfectly played by Stellur. He's going to get the snipe punch as well. And Stellur has taken the lead, what possibly might be the first time in this game, what feels like the first time. And this is the time to do it. Only a minute on the clock.
Yeah, it might be the last time. We got no time for Envore to really... well, not much time for Envore to step up here. He just needs 1 kill, but it's going to be very hard to challenge Stellur with 6 snipe shots to work with here. Stellur, he's also actively searching for Envore, scanning the map. He's caught him, does whiff the shot. Best case scenario for Envore is if he can just force Stellur to whiff as many shots as possible here and get an opening. Envore is closing the distance, 30 seconds. He's got to get up into this, but he's got a bad spot. Low ground is not ideal. Stellur will take advantage here. He's got 3 shots still, Tony, but 30 seconds.
There's enough time for him to put at least 1 kill, and that's really all that he needs at the moment. Stellur, stutter stepping all around, doesn't want to give any sound cues. Envore going over towards blue. He might have wasted too much time there, because now with only 10 seconds left, that just might be game. Envore, you gotta fly.
No amount of flying will save him. Yeah, because Stellur, he's hiding. There's a lot of great hide spots to take advantage of. Most pro players are aware of where all these hide spots are, but in a situation like that with 10 seconds left, it doesn't really matter. There's no way that Envore is going to get there in time. He's going to be able to seal it out. So Stellur, very narrow victory for him, just a 1 kill advantage and taking full advantage of the resources on the map to ensure that happened. He got a killing spree, if you remember, Tony, in the end. So he must have been, I mean, logically, he would have been at 5 kills and just went on a spree to come back, take the lead, take the win, bringing us over to, I believe, Truth, which will be our map 2.
Stellur absolutely stepping up when it matters most, stealing that game from Envore right there. But if there's anything that I learned about that game, is that Envore looked good. Like, he knows his one strategy. He looked good for the most part. Stellur playing good, I mean, fundamental Halo, grabbing the overshield and the sniper rifle. But if overshield and sniper weren't a factor, maybe we would have seen things a little bit differently. Now on a map like Truth, you don't have that overshield. You don't have that sniper. You don't even have an LR. We might just see a different result.
1 sec. One more update. Okay. I like that. So we have, we're going to take a quick break. What we're going to do is we're going to add a 1-minute stream delay. And I think we do need to have something like this in a 1v1 tournament. Last thing we need is for players to check the stream, get any kind of advantages, especially considering the pace of play, where players like to hide. So we're going to do a 1-minute delay. We're going to come back, make sure that we get the best, most competitive experience. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back once again. Our Kellogg's 1v1 finals. We're going to continue with round 1, game 2, and now we have a 1-minute stream delay. This is to ensure there's no stream sniping. We get a nice, true, authentic, competitive experience. It's going to be jumping into game 2 on Truth. Of course, it's Envore up against Stellur. Right now, Stellur leads 1-0. What do you think of the update, Tony? Also, we added an overtime. We got a 3-minute overtime now. So if we do get down to 0 and we're tied, we get that little overtime stretch, keep things exciting.
Competitive integrity is so important. Esports Arena is well aware of that, and we also respect that. So that's why we put that delay on there. And also, you know, that 3-minute overtime, I'm excited about it. So it's going down to a tie. You can't just play the timeout. Now you have to really end the game. I guess technically, I don't think it's double overtime. Technically, you can play the overtime timeout if you really want to. But
sure,
this is going to be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, really, the game is, 15 minutes now, except for in that one moment that if you do have a 1-kill advantage, you know, the game's going to end right there. So it definitely adds that little extra, you know, factor, and the nerves come into play as well. I personally love overtime, and I'm surprised we didn't see it to start. So it's good that we have it now. You know what? We're actually changing things up. We don't have Truth for game 2. I like to see this. We got something new. We've got Crossfire. To those who are not aware, Crossfire is actually a breakout map in Halo 5. They introduced it right when this game first came out. Breakout, of course, didn't stick around for too long, but this map did stick around. Players love to play 1v1s on it, and we'll see why here.
And I know a lot of you at home that might be new to ones. You're probably looking at a breakout, Crossfire. This is not a one. Let me tell you something. Just watch. 1v1 crossfires are the absolute best. There is no, I forget Truth, forget Plaza, forget Coliseum, all of it. It's all about 1v1s on Crossfire. Envore hits the nade kill, takes out Stellur. 1-0 lead in favor of Envore.
Yeah, Tony loves this one because the way the spawns work on this map, the player spawns in the back of the map, assuming you force them to spawn there, and they have no cover. So the gunfight starts immediately off of spawn just about every single time, meaning this game is likely to be faster than any of our 1v1 games. There are no real good hiding spots here. It's just gunfight after gunfight and a pure test of Magnum skill.
That it is. No power-ups, no power weapons. There is a battle rifle that Envore's likely not to pick up. It's been a little nerfed there. It's not as good as the pistol. Shots are coming in. Stellur gets some good damage off and somehow hits the hot 5. Get them while they're hot.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say pick up that BR, though, too, Tony, just to have the secondary there. But, I mean, Envore dying, he's going to get his, you never know. He's going to get the ammo, though, off of his death here. But Stellur mounted the challenge immediately. That's a big win for him. And he's got the nades as well to keep it up here. So Stellur going to force spawn opposite side of map and mount the challenge immediately once again. And there's strategies I've seen on here where you could just stand on top mid and they'll spawn almost in your reticle. So I see Stellur's not employing that at the moment, but I'm sure somebody will start to. We'll see it a little later. Either way, Stellur doesn't need it, Tony. He's taking full advantage right now.
It's kind of tricky. You have to stand top mid, facing towards one base. You have to be looking. You got to be geared more towards blue, looking down there, and then turning after your opponent spawns. It's really tricky to do because you can't be looking at the spawn. Stellur taking heavy damage, currently one shot, trying to stay alive, has the height advantage, and is trying to utilize it. Envore comes up for some elevation and ends up getting put down.
But yeah, Tony, it is very interesting because the spawn system in this game, its priority is to spawn players as far away as possible from the player on the outer perimeters of a map, out of the line of sight of the player as well, right? So the spawn system will put a lot of work into ensuring that you don't spawn right in that player's line of sight. You're far away as possible. But in some situations, if you're standing on top of the map, and you can see just about everything in your position, and the spawn system doesn't know where to spawn you, because they don't think anywhere is safe, right? Everything is technically in your line of sight. So up on top mid, sometimes you can get spawns that are just about in your reticle if you know how to really set the situation perfectly. And right now, Envore did bounce back a little, but Stellur, these nades at a Stellur have been the game changer here, and so far he's taking advantage because of it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. When I picked Envore to win this, I thought Game 2 was actually gonna be on Truth. I really did. I like Envore on Truth. When it comes to Crossfire, it's really about pure firepower. Who comes out? Who really has that better shot? And come on, now, not many people have a better shot than Stellur. But if anybody is gonna take him out on Crossfire, it just might be the young man out of Mississippi, Envore.
I mean, look at this. Oh, it comes down to pure accuracy right here. Both players get it down to one shot, and Envore doesn't want to peek it. Very risky to go for a clamber in a situation where you're one shot, of course. I mean, in that situation, you couldn't even clamber because Stellur looking way too perfect here. And a really true test of accuracy, of player skill here. When you just don't have many resources to work with, you're getting tagged up off a spawn immediately. Envore trying to back down, trying to reset the situation here. But Stellur, he's so keen, he's so aware.
Stellur trying to stay alive over in house right now, peeking out the window, jumping way out, dropping the nade to force Envore forward, and Envore is going to be taken down. Just great fundamental Halo, utilizing that nade to force your opponent to go one way. It's any first-person, not even Halo, good fundamental first-person shooter.
Yeah, and you can see Stellur very aware of that potential spawn point for Envore. Once again, he knows that he might be over on that right corner. So he's sneaking his way through the right side of the map here. And look at this. He's caught him. He's got his shields off. Envore, not too much he can do to live here. Hopefully he has a stick or something. But Envore, the tricky plays. Look at the movement. He manages to get out, live just a little longer. But Stellur, the pressure's still on. 3-shot beatdown is all Stellur needs. He just needs to be patient and find that opportunity to connect with the beatdown to win the fight.
8-2 lead in favor of Stellur at the moment. He is not wasting any time, getting right into Envore's face right there and puts him down. That's going to be the killing spree earned by young Stellur.
It's not looking good, Tony. Envore needs to really make a play to bounce back here and start to control things, but every single time Stellur, you see him get these first shot advantages. Stellur's so good at repositioning and taking a new angle for the fight just to keep Envore guessing. Envore does thankfully get a melee trade there, but trades are not good enough here. It's a 7-kill advantage for Stellur. He's going to push this all the way down to 15, and might be one of the first games. I think we got a 15-kill in the first game that we had, but this one's definitely going the distance.
Yeah, at very little times does Crossfire end up ending in time. And I don't think there's going to be any different. Stellur throwing some excellent nades, and man, just looking quite stellar right now. Stellur has been playing a lot of 1v1s, obviously, in the past, and you said you even saw him practicing a lot recently. So Stellur, well prepared for this 1v1 tournament.
Yeah, he was ready for that spawn as well. He jumped up, had perfect placement. Very, very difficult to hit Magnum shots all the way across the map in that situation. This is a very, very long range kind of, battle to fight with the Magnum. You've got no red reticle, very, very limited, if any aim assist. I don't believe you have any. So Stellur to land shots across the map immediately off a spawn here, not easy to do, but I mean, he's putting on a clinic. It's Stellur. I mean, he's one of the top players, Tony, for a reason.
Absolutely, and he's making his way over towards house right now. I don't think he knows exactly where Envore's spawn here, so if Envore's going to get the jump on him, it's going to be because Stellur's not aware, but with that nade, he comes information, comes putting Stellur one shot, but now Stellur has an idea where Envore is now.
Even though he's got that info, there's no need for Stellur to push up the challenge, just gets to reset it, take his time. A lot of the creep walking coming in, of course, if you're not aware of this creep walking, if you tap that left stick really quickly, and let it reset to neutral each time so your Spartan doesn't take a true step while he's moving, then you don't make any noise. You don't make any walking noise. So it's a great way to sneak around here. Look at the use of the cover as Stellur lives once again, coming back out here. Envore challenging one shot, maybe thinking Stellur had a little bit less health to work with there, but Stellur took him by surprise.
And only 2 more kills needed for Stellur, and you picked you picked Stellur to win this 1v1, and obviously you picked him for a reason. The firepower that he possesses is absolutely insane. 5 shots Envore with very little effort on Envore's end, and only needs 1 more kill. It looks like it's gonna be it.
Yeah, I mean, Envore can't make any mistakes here, and I've been taking the safe picks, Tony. You've been supporting the underdogs here, and finally it looks like my prediction's gonna come true for once, but we'll see. I mean, maybe you'll change up your strat. You can predict one of the the players you expect to take it based off of history here. Stellur, he's gonna work for this last kill. We're gonna make him work for it, which I respect. But once again, it's gonna be very, very difficult, nigh impossible for Envore to truly make this comeback without a single kill answered back.
And there it is, a miss sticky. Envore might be able to take advantage of this one. He is one shot, and Envore does get the melee kill. That's going to be the 4th kill on the board for Lee. And hey, you know what? As you said before, 1v1s are all about momentum. Maybe he can, snowball, and we might see something happen here.
Hey, man, I'm all for believing. But I'll believe it when I see it, that's for sure. 4 to 14. He's got to get 10 kills in a row. Let's see Envore start cooking. Give us a show maybe before he goes down here. Give us a reason to believe. Stellur in kind of a rough spot. I like the nade attempt at Envore as well. Stellur going for the aggressive challenge here. Envore does get it with the last bullet. The ice out of him to clean that up, not go for the reload right there. So, I mean, Envore, he's putting it together. I just wish he put it together a little earlier, Tony.
I love the nade coming out of Envore right there. You pointed it out. He was putting the damage down right side, but he started off by set mining that nade over towards the left. So in case he didn't win that battle, Stellur had to back down. He would have backed down right into that nade. Great plays by Envore. Currently down by 9.
The issue here as well is, let's say Envore continues to play perfect. He continues to win fights. The timer is becoming an issue now also. So worst case scenario, Stellur could really draw it out, though I don't expect that he will. But Envore, I mean, he's heating up. Envore is really showing that he can fight back here. He just doesn't, his back's against the wall. He does not have much to work with to make this happen, but you start to see the spawn strats coming out. He's aware of Stellur's position here, starting to get tagged up though, so going to play it safely.
And you know what? And this is all about gaining momentum for him. But, going into, if he ends up dropping into the elimination bracket, he can have some momentum. Say, hey, look, I dropped 7 kills. It was 14 to 3 at one point. He ended up, so far, he's at 7. So, I mean, hey, that's 4 back-to-back-to-back kills. Almost has a killing spree. Working on his strategy. Hey, his elimination bracket round matchup may not be as hard as Stellur. So if he can drop 10 kills back-to-back, I respect it.
Oh, so close. I mean, I respect it too, Tony. It's a marathon at the end of the day, pure mental game here. Anything you could do to ensure you're in the best situation going on to that next game, do it, And Envore, he fought valiantly to make a comeback there. Just such a difficult position to fight from. Of course, that does close out that series, 15 to 7, I believe. We had one more update